Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. How are you, grade 5 students? Good evening, everyone. We will start doing all questions that are related to division. راح نحل جميع الأسئلة المرتبطة بمهارة القسمة. احنا تعلمنا القسمة الطويلة راح تساعدنا في حل أي سؤال وناخذ علامتها. ولكن نحاول نحل بطريقة ما هو المطلوب من السؤال عشان نتعلم الطريقة. هي ختامها القسمة الطويلة. So question number 11. There are 24,000 quarters in rolls. It is the set in rolls of 40 quarters in each roll. So we need to know how many rolls of quarters are there. So we need to divide. To know one, each means division. Okay, so we need to divide. We have two ways. عندنا طريقتين. The simple way we learned in the class and using the patterns. الطريقة الصحيحة نستخدم الأنماط. نقدر نستخدم الطريقة الثانية. Let us start with the easier way. So you can say 24,000 divided by 40. We start with crossing out the same number of zeros in both sides. Now I can use the basic fact. What is the basic fact? 24 divided by 4 equals 6. And I have two zeros here. I move them to the quotient. So the answer is 600. How can we use buttons? I will show you how to do it. When you want to use buttons, we use the basic fact first. What is the basic fact? Is 24 divided by 4 equals 6. Now let us write it again with adding 1 0 in both sides to the dividend and divisor. The answer will be the same because I added the same number of zeros. Here 1 0 and here 1 0. So the answer will not change. Okay, I got 40. I finished 40 because it has 1 0. But here I have more zeros. So I have to add zeros in one side. If you add 1 0 here, it will be 2400 divided by 40. So the answer will be different. We add 1 0 more to the quotient. Okay. We can add zeros to one side until we got 24,000. So now 24,000 divided by 40 equals 600. Okay, when you add 0 to the dividend, one side, you add 0 to the quotient. So the answer is 600, and here we got it 600. You can use one of the two ways, okay? Now we need to know how to do or correct errors in questions. This is argumentative questions. Number 12. Drew wants to solve this equation. Let me delete and clean up to make it clear to you. Okay, so this is the equation that Drew wants to solve. He started using the basic fact. He is correct, and then he used buttons, so he is correct. But how can we do it? In the exam you have to write or show me your work how to solve the equation. So we can use button. What is the basic fact? It is 12 divided by 2 equals 6. I add 1 0 to both sides, so 120 divided by 20, the quotient will be the same without any change. Then you add 0 here to one side and keep the divisor same, so you increase number of zeros in the quotient until I get 12,000. Now I add 1 0 more, 12,000 divided by 20 equals 600. So the quotient is 600, so it's correct. Now let's move on to the next one. Number 13. A building has 20 floors. عندي بناية مكونة من 20 طابق. مساحة الأرضية في كل الطوابق 40,000 square feet. أنا أريد أعرف كم مساحة الأرضية في طابق واحد. إذن قسمة. Okay, we need to know what is the area of each floor, one floor. But the total of 20 floors together is 40,000 square feet. So you can use long division, you can use buttons, you can use the easier way, okay? The easiest way. Let us do it. 40,000 divided by 20. The easiest way is crossing out zeros, okay? And use the basic fact. 4 divided by 2 equal 2, and I move 3 zeros. We can use buttons. What is the basic fact? 4 divided by 2 equal 2. We add 0 to both sides, equal 2. We add 0 to one side because the divisor is only 20, divided by 20 equal 20. Then I add more 0, 4,000 divided by 20 equal 200. I didn't reach 40,000. I need to reach 40,000. So I add 1 0 more. 40,000 divided by 20 equal 2,000. This is the best way in the exam to get full mark. But if you did this way, we can help you inshallah. But you have to show me crossing out zeros and how did you get the answer. Here is the same. 18,000 divided by 60. You can use buttons. Or you can use crossing out zeros, okay? And move zeros to the quotient. Okay. Here you can use multiplication. We have to use multiplication to find the quotient of division. How can we use it? I will show you. First, you have to change division to multiplication by moving backward. So it will be n multiplied by 12 equal 360. Think of a number you multiply by 12 that gives you 369 or less. تفكر انت في رقم بسيط إلك يساعدك انك تصل ل 396 او اقل. ممكن اضربها ب10. We can multiply 12 by 10. So 10 times 12, I will get 120. I have to move it from 396. See, I can write here 396 minus 120 to know the remainder. احنا استخدمنا 120 لغاية الآن، نخصمها من 396. So 6, 7, 2. What other number I can multiply and is compatible with 12 and easier for me? شو الرقم اللي أنا مناسب إلي أضربه ب 12 عشان أخفف من العدد المجمل؟ We can use 10 again. 10 times 12 equal 120. So I subtract again 120. 6, 5, 1. I can use it again until I finish and reach 0. 10 times 12 equal 120. I subtract again the quotient to know the remainder. 6, 3, here 0. Now I have only 36. What number I multiply by 12 to get 36? It is 3. 3 times 12 equals 36. Now subtract 36. So I got 0, 0. Now I finished. I should add all of these numbers. I use them to multiply by 12. You can add them together. You can say 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 3. So the answer is 33. In this way, you can get the full mark of the question, 5 or 6 marks. Or you can use the long division, will help you. But long division should be done in the correct way. 396 divided by 12. But pay attention. لاحظ السؤال شو طلب multiplication. We have to use multiplication. You can do 7, 8 and 6 by yourself on the notebook. Here, in the same way, we have to use multiplication. In the same way, think of the number, change it to multiplication. It will be n times 12 equal 480, and you can follow the same way we did here, or you can use long division, 480 divided by 12. That time we can help you with this. Okay, thank you, and try to do it on your own.